Hey guys, how's it going? It is Douglas here at Drowned Boy Cosplay, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys another unboxing. I'm sure you've come to find out by now, this is essentially an unboxing channel where I'm like, hey look, I got shit and check it out. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to check out this package. Now this package is pretty special to me, simply because it's done, it's over. I don't have to look for the masks I've been looking for anymore. I've got my Ghost collection complete as of now. And now, thanks to this package, I will have all of the original Fantastic Faces, or at least the 4 ghosts, and then a few extra designs. There's some random obscure stuff that technically was tagged Fantastic Faces, but when I think about Fantastic Faces, I'm thinking about the original 4 ghosts that came in the 5 variants, and then of course the few other random designs. And so this package is going to finish that up. So let's get right into it. Before I open this any further, I want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Alex Jones, who's also a fellow collector, really good guy. Although he has been a good bit of competition for me trying to get some of these masks, because Alex also collects the very same stuff. Of course, there's always going to be competition, and this is something where there's really not a lot of competition whenever it comes to the non-ghost face masks. And he definitely was into those, like me, more so than the ghost face stuff, so he was a good bit of competition. So, first out of the package, we have a nice orange Sarah Spook. Wow, this is a nice one too. No really tear in the shroud. Got a really nice face shape to it. It's a little bit dirty. I'm assuming that this was either one someone found and sold for cheap on eBay, or this was a Goodwill find. It's a little bit dirty in the face, but I mean nothing a quick wipe off can't fix, I don't think. And it does have the rolled up streamers. And of course, you guys know, Sarah Spook is my favorite. And it actually, if you guys couldn't tell, which I'm sure you could, I'm sure you've also seen me post about it on Facebook or talk about it in the past, but my face and Sarah Spook is supposed to be mixed to create my personal mask. So if you're wondering about any of that inspiration, there you go. Next up out of the package, this is a very special one to me. My old pink tape. Very heavy fabric. Love this type of fabric. Looks like the streamers have rolled a little bit since I had it, I think. Other than that, absolutely perfect. Just fantastic condition. Pun intended. This thing is beautiful. Of course I love the pink masks, and this pink tape I think is probably the only pink Fantastic tape that I've seen out there. Never could find one. And I had made the mistake whenever I was buying my Papa 3 robes to sell this guy to Alex, and I really regretted it, really didn't want to. But I did sell it, and so now he has come back home, which is just fantastic. I'm so happy to see him again, come back to the collection. This was a big piece. Everything else I needed, I knew people that had them, but they just weren't trying to sell at the time, either because they were just too lazy to actually go get the masks, or because they just weren't interested in selling because they wanted to keep them. And this was one that I didn't know anybody who had one, and as much as I looked, I could not find one. Oh wow, that's just super depressing. That's super depressing to see. So, we have a really nice, clean, beautiful, soft white shroud. And this is the white shroud grin I needed, but the mouth is cut out, and the nose, and it looks like there's also a hole in the forehead. Just, this is sad. Now I will say I didn't pay for this one. I think he kind of threw it in as an extra, just so I technically do have the full collection. I will be needing another one of these, so I guess the hunt isn't technically over. I will still be looking for a better condition one of these. And judging by the fact it's got a tag-like piece sticking out of the forehead, I'm gonna guess that he found this at a Goodwill, because I know he said he got it for next to nothing and had to pick it up. That's just incredibly sad, because it's not even like they cut out the black part like most people do. They cut out the upper lip. I've always hated when people do that to these masks. It seems to be a running trend. A lot of times you'll find these masks with the mouth cut out or the nose holes cut larger, and that's what's happened here, and it looks just terrible. Even on display it's going to be pretty bad, but I guess it also is kind of a cool piece. I'll probably never sell or trade this for many reasons. One is it's damaged. I couldn't get anything out of it if I were to try and sell it. And two is it's kind of a cool aspect about these older masks, because I believe Alex grew up with these. I know I grew up with basically the Fun World masks, not specifically Fantastic so much. That was a little bit before my time. But apparently a lot of the reason people cut the mouths out of this was not just to breathe better, but also so they could eat candy while they were going from house to house. So while that is cool and also very nostalgic, I think it's absolutely terrible that someone would just cut one of these masks up. But I guess you do have to remember, these were originally just cheap, like $5 masks nobody gave a shit about. And, you know, there really, even now, isn't so much a collector's market for it. And last but not least, this was also mine. My green Fantastic Grin. Beautiful shroud. No rips in the back, just how I remembered. Heavy, heavy fabric. Beautiful shape to it. The one thing I don't like about it is it does have the black eyeliner, which is not a deal breaker. It just means it was probably one of the later copies. But still, I used to own this one as well. I sold this, my pink Grin and my pink Tate, to Mr. Jones a while back, and I regretted getting rid of them simply because after I gained so much of this stuff, the ones that I got rid of is specifically what I needed. The only one that I've never owned before was the White Shroud Grin, and now I have one, but it's damaged, so I'll still be looking for one. But yeah, huge thank you, Alex. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'm super, super happy to have these back. This just means the world to me. One of my big goals as a collector was to do all the ghost pieces and of course then do all the Fantastics specifically. I'm not getting into fearsomes because that's a whole other thing. There's just so many things that were tagged fearsome. But the Fantastics were really special to me. They're just old, vintage. I love the colors. I love the style of them. And to have all of them together is insane. If I'm not wrong, I do think I am the first mask collector to have all these styles together and to have basically the full set together. I know people have had them before, like stores have had them and stuff like that, so I'm not the first person technically, but I believe as a private collector, I am the first person to have them all together. So that's pretty exciting. I'm very happy about it, and I think it's going to be awesome to see all these guys together. So let me go ahead and get them stuffed and put up, and I'll get you guys some shots.